Welcome to the Very Merry Life podcast, unfiltered, unscripted, and always relatable as fuck. I'm your host, Mary Hendricks, and you might know me from Instagram as That Relatable AF Mama, who hopefully feels like an old friend at this point. And if not, hang tight and join in as things get real, honest, and probably a bit too TMI as I, and the help of some amazing guests, dive into all things mom life, marriage, sex, and more. No experts, just real life moms talking real life things. So get ready to laugh lots, cry occasionally, and leave feeling seen, supported, and inspired. Making friends is hard enough as an adult, let alone as a mom, but all of that changes right here and now. So hang on, lean in, virtually clink whatever glass you have nearby with mine, and let's go. All right, hi. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of the Very Merry podcast, and you're getting not coffee chats with Kevin Mayer, but cocktail chats with Kevin Mayer. And this should be in real time. It's honestly the closest thing you'll get to real time, because this is happening the night before it's released, which means I'm staying up late after this is done.
Oh boy, you should all consider yourselves lucky.
So lucky. Anyway, we have sick kids. So, I mean, if you follow my stories, you will know that already. We have confirmed RSV in this house.
Yes, 2 of our children have RSV.
You're just going to repeat everything I say?
What do you want me to do?
Just talk.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how do you do? Our 2 children have RSV.
Kev used to be a DJ, guys. Did you know this?
It was, yes. It was a very successful worldwide...
Talk in your DJ voice.
My DJ voice?
Yeah, you have a DJ voice.
All right. Up next is Ladies' Choice. Ugh.
Ew, did you really talk like that?
No, I did not.
Kev used to be a DJ. Not many people know that. He's a man of many hats.
I'm a world-famous producer.
World famous producer, that's right. Anyway, yeah, we have sick kids, and we're sitting here with 2 drinks because that shit's stressful.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No. And, I mean, hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is it for the season. Well,
it's not.
They already had COVID.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up. I said to the doctor, because the thing that's annoying with it, and I'm sure if you guys are listening, I mean, chances are if you're a parent, you will know, having young kids and whatnot, they're just petri dishes. So we all know that, but it's worse than ever.
Yeah.
It's worse than ever. And the doctor even said that to me when I was in the office today. I was like, what is the deal? Because this is every 2 weeks. And I was like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, am I feeding them something wrong? Am I, like, are kids just unhealthy? Like, I don't understand. And she said, no. It's just worse than ever. Everything's worse than ever, which is annoying.
It's give and take for kids being in social environments, because they're not the most hygienic people, putting shit in their mouths and
licking their shoes.
Yeah, picking shit up off the floor. So it's never a good combination.
They basically like sneeze into our mouth.
Yeah.
Which is so much fun. But anyway, well, we're here. We're hanging out. Kev recently, what we're going to kind of do is we're going to just do like a recap of stuff. And then occasionally we'll like do question and answers and stuff like that. But I think we recorded last night and I just didn't like it.
I thought it was good.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. We
covered marriage taboos.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Not marriage faux pas, marriage taboos.
No, well, that was one thing we talked about in it, was Kev is also, like I said, a man of many hats. He likes to use a lot of fancy schmancy words.
Because I'm smarter than you.
No.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's why they're fancy schmancy to you. To me, it's just normal vocabulary.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no. So he likes to use the word faux pas. And what's the one that you used, the other one?
Gauche.
Gauche. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Don't be mad at me that you don't know those words. That's on you.
Yeah, so we talked about that. Little taboos. We talked about...
Shitting your pants.
Shitting your pants. Kev shit his pants. He has a...
You shit your pants too.
I have not shit my pants.
Yes, you have.
I haven't.
You called me from the car to let me know you already shat yourself.
I don't remember the story.
Driving. I remember it very vividly.
What's the story that...
You were driving to your
No,
parent.
what's the story that you always like to say that I did and I did not do?
In regards to pooping?
Pooping.
Oh, when you said you had to take a dump?
I didn't ever tell you that.
Yes, you did.
No. What did you...
I vividly remember you saying you had to take a dump.
Coming out of the diner?
Yeah.
I never said it to you. I would never...
looked at me and said I had to take a dump.
I would never look at you. I would never even say I have to take a dump in general. Kev shit himself, though. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
I don't want to talk about shitting my pants. I did shit my pants driving home from Subway.
Is that the most embarrassing? I just had a list there. Is that the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
No, I shit my pants at work once.
What?
Yeah, I think they put like hand sanitizer in my food or something, and I all of a sudden really had to violently crap, and I didn't make it back to headquarters in time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When was this?
Probably like 15 years ago.
You're like new on the job?
Yeah, I think they fucked with me a little bit at the restaurant.
Jesus. Well, okay. Well, I don't think I've ever had something like that happen to me. So.
Well, you never would have a reason for people to fuck with your food.
This is true, although the kids fuck with it. Oh... Haley's crying. Kev, you keep on going. Go on. Have fun.
Yeah. So welcome to the Kevin podcast, where I'm going to talk about very important things that you all need to know.
Tell them a story about how we met.
Ah, yeah. So I was on an app called Tinder, and we met on Match.com. She winked at me. I vividly remember this. She winked at me. And then I was like, "Who is this?"
That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit.
How is that a bunch of... No, you winked at me.
No, I did not.
We settled this many moons ago.
Sorry, I had to pause to go check on Haley. No, you winked at me.
I very vividly remember.
And he was very attractive looking.
And there was like 20 winks in my inbox, and I was just scrolling through them. No, from various...
20 winks in your inbox.
Various suitors throughout the Match.com universe that... were winking at me, and I was scrolling through, and I was like, "Oh, okay, she seems cool." And then,
what was my username?
I thought it was farts during sex. No, maybe that was my username. I think that was my username. I don't remember right now.
I thought yours was "Don't jump into a pile of."
Yeah. No.
I was Haley crying again. Oh, no. You guys are getting this in such real time.
Yeah.
This is our life. We're sitting here
we wound up going on a date, and we had a very
What'd you think
good
of me
time.
on our first date?
It turned into a second date.
Yeah. We made out. I remember you asked me to put your hand on my back.
Well, I wanted to make sure I'm not one of those creepers.
You know what I remember is
somebody at the same restaurant where we went on our first date actually wound up putting his hand on my back in a very creepy way.
That's true.
And thankfully, it was kind of, I had asked Mary if
you need to explain the story because no one's going to understand.
No, well, we were sitting.
This is not on our first date.
No, yeah, not the same date where I got.
We were already married. Was I pregnant?
I believe you were pregnant.
With Spencer, I think.
Was it Spencer or was it Cassidy? I don't remember. But needless to say, the first date we went on, we wound up eating dinner and then we went to the bar. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting there and I was watching the Rays, since I'm a very big Tampa Bay Rays fan, play the Orioles. And we were sitting there and I put my hand, I think, on the back of your chair. Right? Or was it the back of the stool?
I don't know. I like watching you retell this story because I can tell that you're like searching your memory.
No, because I remember, and then I believe I accidentally had put my hand on your back in like the small of your back area, not
put
like
his finger in my butt crack.
Yeah, not like the back, like I'm patting your back because you're coughing, but the lower back area,
the intimate part of it.
And I had said, Oh, I didn't even realize I had done it. Yeah, now I remember exactly. I didn't ask you, can I put my hand on your back?
Yes, you did. You did.
No, that's not how it went.
You did. You said, do you mind if I put my hand on your back?
No, why would I say that and then put my hand on your back? I was being polite, but that's not what happened. I had put my hand on the back of your chair, and then unknowingly, my hand had moved forward and went from the back of your chair, and you were leaning forward in this chair because it's a bar stool chair, so you're leaning forward onto the bar, and my hand had accidentally graced that area. And then I had said, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta figure this out right now, because I could be I could wind up being Mr. Handsy, which could be an issue.
What's that mean?
There's certain people.
Oh, that dude. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like
you're referring to the dude that groped you.
Yeah. Okay. Who actually years later wound up groping me at the same bar. Which was odd. And he did not ask for permission. So the moral of the story is
ask first.
Ask permission. Even if you do it by accident. Make sure it's okay. He did not ask if it was okay for him to touch my back.
And then I drove you to your car, and then we kissed, and then you asked me on another date.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Eye-Opening Moments Podcast are real-life stories of adversity, encounters, and perspectives. They are moments that can lift your spirits, give you some food for thought, or move you. For the introspective mind that likes to reflect, discover, and find solutions or meaning in a complex life, listen to Eye-Opening Moments Podcast.
I remember that happening, yes.
Yes.
Something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then...
How come we didn't have sex right away?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I remember we were dating for a while. We went on a few dates, and that was like...
Well, I think you gotta have you gotta kind of let it be known at that juncture that it wasn't about that.
I think that, and I'm just asking from a man's perspective, because I was shocked. I remember thinking, I was shocked that you weren't gunning for it.
Yeah, because, one, I'm not a one-track mind, per se, but two, I felt as if we didn't necessarily need to do that, because I wasn't on Match.com to just have...
sex.
Yeah, to just have casual sex with whoever I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't need
that. Just goes to show the relationship type of relationships I had beforehand, because I was shocked that wasn't the first thing that you were trying to do.
Well, yeah, I got to confuse you a little bit. I got to throw the curveballs to confuse you, but yeah, that's how we met, and that's the end of it.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about? You remember someone recently on Instagram messaged me, and they said, when they find out that you're in law enforcement, they'll message me.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll either be dating someone in law enforcement, or their spouse recently got in law enforcement. But I remember when you and I started talking, you wanted to really make sure that I didn't know about the stigma of...
Badge bunnies, or
no, of how, because isn't statistically domestic violence higher with law enforcement officers and firemen?
I believe so.
I remember you telling me that, because I remember you making sure that there's a reputation with dating law enforcement officers of them
I think
being
that there's that. I also think that there's the they're not faithful aspect of it too. But that's my job. That's not who I am. That's something that is my biggest pet peeve is people who can't disassociate themselves from their career. And
it's because
there's a lot more to...
I think it's a type of personality that usually enters into that.
I would say so. I would say that's...
it's either a
authoritarian type aspect. I don't know.
Personality.
I'm not... I love what I do, and I was either going to be a police officer, an archaeologist, or a priest. That's all I wanted to do, pretty much it.
You're going to be a priest?
Well, I was thinking about it.
You're going to be celibate?
Well, not a celibate priest. I didn't say I was
a
deacon. I was going to be a deacon.
You can still be a deacon now.
I could still be a deacon.
I would have to be a deacon's wife, which means I would have to shape up and ship out. I don't think they would accept you.
Yeah, you're going to have to start dressing like the Duggars.
Can you imagine?
I'm just going to... Every mass is going to be fire and brimstone for me.
Which actually, that's another thing that we
Jesus said, thus saith the Lord. I'm going to start talking like that for no reason, too.
For just no reason at all. Just all day.
Jesus said.
What if I... Well, that's like how I talk when you come home. Hello, governor.
Yeah. That's exactly how you talk.
It's like... you would love me either way. I always tell Kev, what happens if I woke up one morning and I just thought that was my reality?
Oh, yeah.
I just roll over and say, hello.
What, like from the movie with Anna Faris?
Yeah, what is that movie?
Black Book?
And she forgets how she talked to him in the first, and she starts, like, getting all...
She first starts talking cute, like she's got a British accent.
And then she gets drunk and it's, like, full-on...
Cockney accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the chimney sweep from Mary Poppins type aspect. Yeah.
What's his name?
Which one?
The guy from Mary Poppins?
Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah. That's like one of the worst British accents in movie history.
Yeah.
God, yeah, no. Well,
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, don't become a deacon. I would support you if you want to, but
I'm going to. Actually, I'm announcing it here. I'm going for my deaconhood or deaconship. I don't know what it would be. No.
I don't know. No.
But it was either going to be an archaeologist because I loved Indiana Jones, and I actually enjoy history very much, and I enjoy that religious mysticism type aspect of history. And I actually had a chance to take part in a program where I would have went to South America to help like dig up Mayan ruins or something. And then,
why didn't you do it?
Well, one, that movie about the tourists who like get like cursed because they go in a rune had just come out at the time. Yeah, and then I realized that they were like taking a shower with
the mummy.
No, not that. The other one where it's like there's like a virus disease.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that movie had just come out, I think, at the same time, if I'm remembering.
The Mummy's a true story, you know.
Yeah. This was 2006, like 2005 going into 2006. So I graduated college in 2006, so it had to be around that time frame. And I believe that movie had just come out, and I was like, fuck that. That's going to be me in the Mayan jungle getting cursed and shit. But then I realized, well, most of them, like when they interview these people, they weren't making it seem very appealing. They're like, oh, we haven't showered in like 3 days and we're in the middle of the fucking jungle. I'm like,
well, that's what it probably would be.
Yeah, that's not appealing.
That's what Indiana Jones had to do.
No, he didn't. He did a whole bunch of different shit. He flew on a plane and stuff. And,
that's what you wanted to do?
Yeah, he like fucking fought the Nazis. I don't want to be in the Mayan fucking jungle taking a shit in a hole and not showering for fucking 5 days. And then getting cursed.
You would have no problem shitting in a hole.
You
would have no problem shitting in a hole.
That's fine. Yeah, I would shit in a hole. But not by choice, so.
That's an important thing. Oh, well, that's fun facts for people to know about you.
Long story short, yeah, I don't fly that flag really quick with people because it actually did not LE flag.
Oh, that you're in law enforcement.
Yeah, the thin blue.
Well, and that's why I mean I don't really mention. I mention it from here and there, but I don't really mention it because of. Do you remember when we got like that freaky letter or email?
Well, no, I mean that's not consequential.
Even now on social media, I'm afraid of mentioning.
Yeah,
it
well, there's
that,
and then there's there were certain sort of social situations at a wedding that unfortunately didn't work out too well for me when I sat next to someone who did not like my profession and proceeded to poke the bear the whole wedding about certain topics. So,
well, that's the thing. It's like people assume that they just automatically assume something about you.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I mention it on my stories because I'm proud of what you do. I'm proud of what you do. I want our kids to be proud of what you do. But I mean, there's also... But it's also a societal thing at this point where for safety reasons, because someone could get pissed.
Oh, they do.
And, well, they do. That's what another thing. They, when was that? It was during COVID. Wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Or no. Yeah. It was May.
Yeah. No, well, my email had been
leaked or something. And
yeah,
we got like a really nasty
there was
email.
there was a breach back in like 2015 or 16 of a FBI database, and at the time I was an FBI task force officer, and my email was part of that breach data set, so it was out there, and I've been on the WikiLeaks IC watch list since then when IC watch list was up, so occasionally shit just cycles through. Like, I've been on the ISIS Caliphate's hit list with 10,000 other people because they just find the email and they put me on the list. So I just think that there was nothing to it. Like, I don't think that they were specifically targeting me or you. I mean, I know that they said something about your Instagram, but that's not too hard.
Well, they brought up our Instagram, and then they brought up the kids.
Yeah, but the kids are on the Instagram. So it's not like there was somebody actively sitting outside our house, like the Watcher or something, and sent us a creepy letter. It was more or less just a blanket email saying that we were going to burn in the fires of judgment or something. And it was, I paid no mind to it.
I did. Well, it freaked me the fuck out. All that shit freaks me out.
And you're the same person who got freaked out when you thought somebody was in our closet at our house and you opened it with a knife.
I don't know if people know this. So, okay, here's fun story. So, if any of you listening, if you've ever been pregnant, you have to let me know on Instagram if you have ever
had irrational
fears show up, or irrational moments.
That you didn't close a closet thought that there was someone in said closet that you did not close, and then proceed to pick up a knife and open the closet or yell to the person who's not there, "Come out of this closet, I have a knife," and then open the closet. FaceTime.
Kev was on. So, okay, story number 1. I was pregnant with Cassidy. I could have sworn that the closet was closed. I came in and it was cracked. Very terrifying.
Yeah.
So I thought someone was hiding in the closet, and I went to the kitchen. I called Kevin on FaceTime because you were on patrol at that time.
No, I was not. I was not on patrol.
You were working.
I was working. I was working a case.
No.
I was working a case because I was not on patrol.
I thought you were on patrol.
No.
Well, you were working.
I was working.
You were working.
I was working that case where we're doing surveillance very late.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. And I called him on FaceTime, and he picked up, and I said, "Someone's in our closet," and I started freaking out, and I grabbed the steak knife, and I started yelling.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we had 2 dogs at the time who were not freaking out, meaning that there was nobody in the house except her.
Okay, so that's the first story. Second story, do you remember this one?
And I thought the plane was.
I thought a plane was going to crash into us. That was legit.
Yeah, so
that was legit.
We live in New Jersey, within a certain distance from Bedminster Golf Course.
That's where Donald Trump
owns the golf course, and he would happen to be there that weekend. And there was somebody, because there's a lot of aviation schools around here. There's a lot of airports. Somebody had flown too close, and they were escorted by fighter jets away from the airspace they weren't supposed to be in. Mary thought it was a plane that
because it was a hazy summer day where you couldn't see. It was foggy, and all you could hear was zoom.
Yeah. So Mary
zoom. I thought a plane was coming down on our house.
Despite the infinitesimal percentages of a plane crash being anywhere near you to begin with, Mary thought that this plane was going to land directly on our house. I
freaked the fuck out. Oh my God, that was so bad. Anyhow, we have sick kids, like I said. They're all asleep right now, which is...
Yeah, knock on wood, they're asleep.
Spencer has to be out of school all week.
Yeah. And he loves school.
He does love school.
He does.
I feel bad. But he needs the rest. He was so tired.
He was tired. Boy.
And then Cassidy can go to school finally.
Yeah.
But shit's just so bad. It's so annoying.
It's just apparently RSV is really, really bad. I didn't know that until I heard it today when I said 2 of my children had it. And then I come to find out, like, everybody's kids have it.
Where, at, like, work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact symptoms, too. We're coughing, then threw up, then had nagging coughs. I mean...
Well, that, and then the doctor said that rhinovirus was really bad, which is just a basic cold. But she said that she's had more kids hospitalized for that.
What's it called? The rhinovirus? I thought that was people who...
turn into rhinos?
No, I was going to say something political there, but...
No. Yeah. We keep politics out of it. That's the thing. But, well, let's go into that real quick. So I keep politics out. I've been... The last time I got shit for anything was not mentioning politics.
Oh yeah, silence is compliance, right? You have.
I just don't want to.
You have to pick a side. No, you don't. And if you do have a side, nobody gives a flying poop.
Well, if someone's coming to this podcast or if they're coming to my page, why
nobody needs to tune in to something to hear an affirmation of what they believe. That is just that's what I don't like about it. When you live in an echo chamber, then you don't hear anything but what you want to hear, and that's a problem. That's the problem in and of itself. Okay, when you can't hear opposing views, when you can't accept opposing views, when you can't listen to opposing views. That's the problem in and of itself.
Well, that's what I posted this week when I posted about the wine culture stuff on my Instagram. A bunch of people, and that wasn't even political.
A lot of very concerned people. Look, I have alcoholism in my family. I don't give a flying poop if some mom posts up something about wine and wine moms, and who cares? Okay, it's there for a reason. They put it up. It's their page. If you don't like their page, don't follow them and don't go, oh, I have to message this person because I'm so intellectually superior that I have to tell you what I think because what I think is the right thing. Like, Jesus, stop it. Like that is the problem in and of itself. That's the problem. The zeitgeist of our generation is people think they can act with impunity on the digital world and get away with whatever they want to.
No. That
takes all forms. Trolling, sending terrible messages to people.
Well, do you think...
Writing terrible comments.
Someone asked today because they... like the reel I shared last night was just like motherhood's hard and like being a mom is really hard. And this is like one of the hardest things that we'll ever do because we're constantly learning. And someone messaged saying, do you think motherhood is harder for our generation? Do you think being a parent is harder for our generation?
Well, yeah, 100%. Look,
why?
The bullying that takes place on social media in all different shapes and forms is 100% a lot harder. When I grew up, I was born in the 80s. I grew up primarily in the 90s, graduated high school in the early 2000s. We didn't have this constant connection. Yeah. We didn't have, these terrible things that happen to kids on social media. And it's like and then the kids who do shit for affirmation, like the Tide Pod challenge or the iPhone charger challenge where you try to touch it with a penny and electrify yourself. I'm like, what the hell is going? Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And that's the problem, is that social media in and of itself can be a great thing. It really can. It can connect you to people from around the world. You can see people that you don't get to see all the time. It could be the most terrible, terrible thing that exists too.
Oh, it's completely, it's very toxic.
Constant berating, constant bullying. And you got to understand is that when you let children go out into the cyber world, there's a lot that they're getting exposed to. And I don't say this because I worked internet crimes against children for periods of time. I mean, yes, I've seen some of the most horrific things that no one should ever have to see. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm the sheepdog. I hunt while you sleep. I'm not saying it in that regard. I have seen very terrible things. I've worked very terrible cases. And a lot of it came down to unadulterated, unmonitored access that children had to the computer.
Yeah.
So that starts at a very young age. And I'm not one of these neophytes who say unplug everything and the kids have to sit around and play with fucking stones in the woods. I'm not one of those people. But I will say this. If you have children and they are online, know what they're doing. Know what they're looking at. Incorporate yourself into it. Please do that. That's the only way you're going to have any type of mitigation to the threats that are out there, is if you're involved.
What do you think as parents as a whole? So that's like an attack on our kids, but like parents in general. Like, I think parenthood. Like, do you see information? Do you feel like it taints the way you view parenthood?
I wouldn't say it taints the way I view parenthood. I think obviously, I feel like
we have all this information.
Obviously, I was raised differently than you were raised.
Yeah.
Right. People come from different backgrounds. People come from a different set of beliefs when they're raised. What I think has changed is that some people began to view that, oh, well, my way is the correct way, right? Oh, I'm my way. I don't let my children eat processed food. We shop at Whole Foods. All we do is eat fucking avocados and rare ass fruits. What? Like, that's not a reality.
Gentle parenting movement.
Gentle. Oh, tell me how you feel. Why are you not agreeing with me? Like, I just don't.
there's too much information where I think it's like it just makes people you're constantly questioning, because one day you're mastering one thing, and then all of a sudden you get online and you're like, well, for me, if I had no internet, I would think I was doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah.
But the moment I get online, then I'm like, well, shit. Because then I see some other person whose kids are, especially on social media, you see their kids and they look perfect and they look like they're well behaved.
Oh, yeah.
And
no, they're full of shit.
Or they're saying then there's studies saying you're giving your kid trauma, you're giving your kid.
Yeah, what studies?
And then the opposite side's now saying that if you are doing this now, you're making your kids soft, and you are there's zero winning on any of it.
Because they don't want you to win, because they want you in this constant state of unknowing. They want you in this constant state of imposter syndrome that you don't know what you're doing. Don't buy into the crap. If you're following something that makes you feel inadequate, unfollow it. Honestly, if it's something that if it's something where you tune in and you feel bad about yourself, why are you doing it to yourself?
Well, that's why, again, but that's go back to where I started. I don't share politics. I don't share medical. I don't share any of that shit because I don't fucking care. And not that I don't care, because I have an opinion.
No, you don't care to share it.
I don't care to share because it's just noise. At the end of the day, all I care about is that you're a parent and you're trying your best. I think we all have the same root cause. Well, because that was the biggest thing is so when I shared the mom rage reel that I did a while ago, I had moms all over the world. I had moms message me from Ireland, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. Those are the main hubs of people of Europe, South Africa.
Very big epicenters for moms with rage too, I think.
But what was interesting though was that they messaged me saying thank you, I've been feeling the same exact way, because then I had a lot of moms in America that were this is because of A, B, and C.
Oh yeah, because you
politics.
Don't have a job, you stay at home.
No, it wasn't that. It was because of lack of maternity leave, the politics stuff of different things that are more American focused of and I agree. I think that's a bunch of bullshit, but it's more Americanized. That viewpoint is lack of maternity and lack of support and things like that. And then you go to, I don't know, Iceland where you get 5 years maternity leave, something like that. But when you hear it comes from all over the world, where women literally across the world
who have
very similar experiences, it's the root cause that you're realizing that at the end of the day, we're all moms.
But that's funny because they come from a country where what you had just mentioned is something that's affordable to them, and they probably have it, and they still experience it. So
exactly, but that's the thing. That's why, that's why I don't bring up that stuff, because it doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't matter in the context.
It makes no sense that people think that it's viewed from such a simplistic.
I think it feeds into it. I definitely feed into it. I mean, from Americanized, we all live in a different culture that's going to feed into our experiences. But I'm trying to get to the root experience of everything. At the end of the day, I'm willing to believe that we are all good people. We all are trying our best, and we all are following this intuition that we all have. And it's all of us that preach, follow your mom gut, follow your mom gut. But the problem is that when people hear that follow your mom gut, but you're conservative, then fuck that gut. Yeah, or follow your mom gut, but you're a liberal or a left,
right. Exactly.
Then fuck that gut. Or follow your gut, but you are holistic. And fuck it. That's the problem, is that all of these labels are getting thrown around, and we're forgetting that we exist without those.
Yeah.
So that's my explanation as to why I don't cover that shit, because I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. When I meet you in person, I'm not I like to view it as if someone comes into this room right now, if someone knocked on our door right now, if someone came and serviced this house or came and introduced themselves, or a neighbor moved next door, do you think I'm asking them, who did you vote for?
Yes, well, that's the first thing we ask.
No. I view their personality. If they're a dick, they're a dick.
Yeah.
If they voted for whoever the overall population views to be the better guy, and they still are an asshole, they're an asshole.
Yep.
So I view their quality of their character. Or what's that?
The quality of their character.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Very deep thoughts.
Very deep thoughts. It's a wine.
Yeah, very deep thoughts.
Okay. Well, what time is it? 8:45.
No, it's not. It's 8:39.
What? My thing says 8:41.
Okay, well, your thing is wrong. Because it's 8:40 according to the...
You set the time wrong.
I said it right.
No. My computer's always right.
Oh, yeah, is it?
Mm-hmm. It is. And I can feel a tickle, or I'm like getting a stuffy nose.
R.I.P.
RSV.
R.I.P. because you got RSV.
You better not say that. You better not jinx yourself. If I go down, you're screwed.
Oh.
Quick, how do you make a grilled cheese?
Oh, put it in the microwave.
No.
That's how I got it growing up. I grew up fine. Yeah.
That's up for debate.
Look, I'm not the one yelling at a closet with a knife telling somebody to come out or thinking a plane's going to crash on my house.
Or kicking a toy into the window.
Yeah, exactly. I grew up pretty fine. Thank you. And I got grilled cheese from the microwave.
Did you really get grilled cheese from the microwave?
Yes, I did. Why?
It's not grilled cheese.
How is that hard to believe? You put the cheese between the two slices and you put it in the
Kevin.
microwave. That's how I got it growing up. Why would I make that up?
That's disgusting.
Okay, call my mom and tell her that. Oh, exactly.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but seriously, you'd be fucked if I died.
No, I think I'd get by.
Would you remarry?
I don't know.
Yeah, you would.
Maybe, I don't know.
You'd have to. Have to be really nice.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see when you're dead.
Don't say that. What's wrong with you? All right. Well, on that note, we're getting out of here because it's still time enough for us to sit on the couch.
Yep. Sit on the couch time.
Sit on the couch time. So, anyhow, have a good rest of your week. Check in on Friday for a new episode, another interview. And we'll do this every other week and it will evolve. We're still getting used to this. Mm-hmm. Kev's not used to the Very Merry.
Oh, yeah.
The Very Merry.
I've never been on podcasts before.
No, you've been on a podcast. You're not used to living in my world. Well, you are.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah.
Kevin and I balance each other out. He's a little bit more stoic. I'm a little bit flamboyant. Is that the word?
I don't think that's the word, no.
I'm a little like, animated.
A little animated?
What's that word I'm looking for?
What do you mean? What are you?
You're stoic and I'm not. So what's the opposite of stoic?
Eccentric?
Yes.
Ah. See, who has a better vocabulary?
Well, you do have a better vocabulary because you're like a big weirdo.
Thank you, because I'm smarter than you.
No, you're not. You just sit on your phone and Google this shit.
That is not anything I do on my phone.
No, you do.
Yeah, that's what I do on my phone.
Yeah. He also videos his poops.
Okay, now that's just weird because that's not true. Why would I video my poops?
You're so bad.
I don't video my poops.
Do you submit it to ratemypoop.com?
I do, actually, yeah. Ratemyshit.com.
There is a website like that.
I know there is. I know about it for a while.
Why do you know about it?
Because everyone knows about Rate My Poop and RateMyShit.com.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I guarantee someone on here doesn't know about that.
Well, you can get your 15% discount
at ratemypoop.com.
If you like your first shit using the code Very Merry Life.
All right. Goodbye. Another episode down and way more to go. But thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you would like to help support this podcast, I would love for you to subscribe. I'd love for you to share it with others and post about it on your own social media or leave a rating and review. I cannot tell you how helpful and how appreciated those things are for me. Of course, to catch all the latest from me, you can follow me over on Instagram at The Very Merry Life, over on TikTok, The Very Merry Life. And even if you wanted to check out my monthly newsletter, you can do so by subscribing over at theverymerrylife.com. I'll see you next week. Stay tuned for more honest, raw, real chit chat. I have some amazing moms lined up coming on, and shit's going to get fun. So buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be good.